Well, good morning. Welcome to the CR&E Morning Brew. It's November 11th. Happy Veterans Day to everyone and all the veterans out there. Thank you. Thank you very much for your service. So nobody's in here as of yet. A little bit, don't say early, but I have actually, I'm going to go up and get coffee, which wasn't done making yet, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So stand by, I will be back. Hey, real artist. Good morning, how are you? Can you hear me okay? Let's see here. All right. Well, if you can, real artist, stand by. It's just as it can. Anyways, I have to go get my coffee. Okay, good. It wasn't ready yet, and I got a late start this morning. Imagine that. So yeah, give me like 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Actually got a nice little treat today to show you guys. So, all right, be right back. I'm back. Almost back. So I say it's just a show, man. Just a show. Nothing crazy. Hey, Rick. Hey, Artie. Gonna give me breakfast? Yeah. Sure, Artie. Sure. Martin, how are you, Rick? Artie. Cool. Well, thanks for stopping. Oh boy, he's already here, ready to cause trouble. Hey, Cloverdale. Already causing trouble. What the hell do you want?
What about bloody breakfast? Where is it?
Yeah, I ate it already. That's why I'm late. It was good.
Well, you know it's 1:30 and 12:30 in the morning.
Well, you need breakfast. Midnight snack.
Well, yeah. Depends what Depends what time in the morning one gets up. Like 4 this morning.
That's true. Oh, James is down here. Let's bring him up.
What time in the morning one gets up? Like 4 this morning.
Hey, James.
What time in the morning one gets up? Like 4 this morning.
Hey, James.
Yes, sir. Good morning. I'm trying to change cameras.
What are you working on there?
Good morning.
I'm getting all kinds of feedback over there, man.
Yeah, hang on.
On your mic.
Good morning. I don't know why.
I'm getting all kinds of feedback over there, man.
I'm not sure why. Let me.
You might still have your YouTube on.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to turn that off. If you,
I've got my signals working.
hang on.
Hey, Joe. Got me lights working?
Oh, nice. All
Yeah.
right. Now, where'd I put it? All right, you're gonna be teaching me some more stuff already. Somebody is. Somebody's gonna be teaching me some stuff today. First, it looks good. Is it all automated in that?
Not as yet, no. I only just hooked them up to the lighted.
Yeah.
I want to work how to automate it now. I just started to play around with the JMRI to get them automated. I'll do that sometime during a week. I still have one more signal to put in. There's another signal to go here, right?
Yeah.
But
Let me open
I'll
this
put
up.
this footpath in. I need to
Hey,
paint
go
it
ahead.
up. I need to paint the footpath up and go down, and then I can put the signal in. But it's all working.
You doing any crossing gates here too? By that
No, I'm
bottle
not
of glue?
No, I'm not doing it this time. I'm not going to have time.
Okay.
Because it's what, the 12th now, so I'm really going to have to get in the buildings and it'll get all cleaned up within, by the weekend. I want to get much of it as I possibly can done by Wednesday, so
Yeah.
just clean it all up. So, because Wednesday week I'm getting operated on, so I'll tell you what I wanted to do. I'm going to get the, I don't know if I get the pub done in time, but I'll give it my best shot. I will get the butcher and the bakery done. I do have
when you go for your surgery?
24th.
So it's next week. No. It's the week of Thanksgiving here.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Not this Wednesday.
Not this coming Wednesday week.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. But I'm going to have to put down young Missy Mo down next week, so she's not getting any better, so I'm going to have to put her down next week. Oh, noise.
Yeah, noise. Trying to
So
turn
what
the noise
happened
down a little bit.
What happened to you at 4:30 this morning?
To me.
There was a thing that came up. Dave's going to be live streaming at 4:35 in the morning. get
I don't
up
know.
before and
I don't know what that's about. Maybe I had set something. I don't know. I don't know what the heck I'm doing with this stuff. You guys should know that by now. I don't know what that's about. Maybe I had. All right, you back? I still hear myself in the back. I don't know what the heck I'm doing with this stuff.
Good morning.
Hey, James. I don't know what that's about. Maybe I had.
Is that better?
I don't know what the heck I'm doing with this stuff. You gotta turn it down.
Good morning.
you must have, James, you must have YouTube still running in the background.
Turn YouTube down.
Good morning.
Or off.
Yeah, yeah. Just put YouTube running in the background.
Turn YouTube down. James, you gotta turn that YouTube down or off. I gotta mute that mic, man. You're killing me. Yeah, I think you just have YouTube up.
I think
Yeah.
I get rid of that. So I was
Yeah, there you
having issues. My computer is trying to hook up Edge, and I need to use Chrome, so it conflicts with the cameras. So I have two cameras now I set up,
Okay.
but every time I go into open up the computer, Microsoft Edge wants to come the prominent browser, and I'm not interested. I gotta use Chrome.
Right.
So I'm learning to get more live streaming.
Have you been getting lessons from Heath, James?
What's that?
You've been taking lessons from Heath.
No, I need to talk to him though about some. I need to take my computer to a computer store and somehow get rid of Microsoft Edge and try and resolve some of these quirks. Because we were on StreamYard the other day, and I was using Logitech for camera control, and the two wouldn't work together because Microsoft Edge was killing them.
No.
So if I go to here, see if it'll work. See if it's here. See, the one camera is not available.
That's that could be a thing. We could do that.
Yeah. So that's the new camera there. But I have another camera too that is not seeing. This one here for some reason.
Morning, Anthony.
Hi, Anthony. How are you? Hey, anybody in the chat? I just say hi to you. Good morning.
Well, it is morning here too,
And happy Veterans Day to any of the veterans in any of the countries.
yeah.
Same thing to me. Appreciate all you do. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, I'm not a veteran. I'm almost ashamed to say that, but I'm not. But thank you for all you guys that did serve and are serving, for that matter, too.
Yes, Remembrance Day today.
Yeah.
I was checking into.
We call it Remembrance Day. We call
Is
it
your Remembrance Day more like our Memorial Day, remembering the ones that died in the wars, died in the military?
It's
like this is Veterans Day, where you're just honoring all veterans.
We do the same thing. It's honor all veterans, but we honor it we call it Remembrance Day, and we wear poppies.
Yeah.
Because that's a World War I thing, right? The poppies.
Yep.
From,
yeah.
Is it Flannery Field?
Big.
It's one of them.
It'll be 100 years now since the poppy was found in Flanders Field. Actually, the artist who wrote the poem for Flanders Fields is from Guelph.
Hey,
John McCrae.
Thursday, John.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll be back. I already ate my trainings. 2 days.
Yeah. Well, we have two every year. We have today is yesterday now. Today is Remembrance Day. Then we have G'day John. Then we have what we call Anzac Day, which is in April, which is basically another Remembrance Day, but all the Australian and New Zealand soldiers being remembered at that time of the year.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So we do it twice a year. Yeah.
Well, I guess we do too, because you have here you have Memorial Day end of May, which is remembering the fallen, basically, and then like today's Veterans Day, so you're just
Yeah.
honoring veterans in general. Then you got Flag Day, which is not 100% sure what that is, to be honest with you. I've always just looked at it as, your
Well, the
national
reason they
pride
picked,
kind of thing, 4th of July, some similar.
yeah, the reason the November 11th is World War One ended on November 11th at the 11th hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
11,
reason. That's the reason. It's more remembering who served now, but remembering who passed, who died on the battlefield.
It's actually it's remembering all soldiers from every
Yes,
country and everything.
it's
Like that
everything.
around
But
the world.
originally, it
Yeah.
was remembering who passed away during the battle on the battlefield.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why it's called Remembrance Day. And we have a highway in Ontario called the Highway of Heroes.
Okay.
And every time a vet was killed in Afghanistan in the last 30 years, they were brought home via the Highway of Heroes. And it's a section of the 401 highway in Ontario. And they'll have everything going, people manning the highway as the veteran is brought home for his final resting place.
Oh, that's cool. I
Yeah.
like that.
Called the Highway of Heroes, a section of 401.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like that a lot.
Actually, Anthony was saying there was a good movie out from here. Yeah, there is one. I can't think of the name either. But there was actually a good. I hate talking about wars.
Right.
There was a good World War II movie, and it was over in New Guinea, I think it was, or
Morning, Jason.
somewhere in Asia. But there was one Australian soldier left,
John, how are you?
and a Japanese soldier, and they were both bunkered down. And what ended up happening was they both didn't have any bullets left. Well, the Japanese didn't have the bullet, but the Australian did. But they didn't know one another. But there was a lion or something that was going, or a bear that was actually threatening to take the Japanese soldier. But the Australian guy, instead of shooting the Jap, he actually shot the actual animal. They became friends after that. They went their own way. I can't remember the movie. It was actually a very touching movie at the end. I can't remember the name of it. Okay, here's Rick. Rick's going to be upset with me because I didn't get any of his relatives from my layout.
That's a train running fast from the Veterans Day. Veterans Day.
I didn't get mine out. I got too much of a mess. I got the. That's nice. I've got to give myself one of them.
I said still trains running. I think I still had some.
Well, he's been busy while the wife and kids went home. Whoa!
You guys are getting the first peek at it now.
That's what I got up at 4 o'clock this morning for, and you.
Yeah. Main line is in. Got little kinks, little quirks here and there to work out still, but main line is in. Actually, Jason, I want to talk to you about something on the yard lead coming into the CR&E yard on the other side there.
Who you want to talk to?
Well, Jason, really, he helped me design this thing, and I think I overlooked, or I did it wrong, maybe, I don't know. But I don't really have a yard lead on that end. It's kind of coming right in off the main. It's hard to explain it, but I don't actually have like a yard lead coming off It's very short. Man.
What is shorting out?
It's not shorting out. It's just the yard lead I have is short.
Oh,
There's really no lead on that end. I'm trying to get the. That's hard to explain.
well, that happens. Oh, I like that.
I'm trying to see if I can get the camera.
That's not fair. This is not fair, Dave. It totally isn't fair. You can run circles now. I can't.
Yeah. Like I said, they've been kind of. We got a few little quirks to work out here and there.
Oh,
But not too bad though. Not too bad. I think I got most of them worked out. Now that I said that though, I'll probably have a derailment or something. Yeah, you do everything you can to lay this track out and you think it's perfect. Then you test it. Then it'll run around for 20 laps. Then all of a sudden it'll derail. Why? What happened? What was different that time around than the previous 20 times around?
and that was the time you wasn't watching.
Oh, of course. I was gonna do this when I went up to get the coffee. And I was like, better not.
I'm back, but I won't stay long. As stupid Windows Edge is killing the camera.
Yeah.
It's causing
I
conflict.
appreciate you trying to come in.
Yeah,
Always
yeah.
enjoy it.
We were having this trouble before with StreamYard because the Logitech camera does not like Edge, but Microsoft wants to make that the prominent browser, and I kill it and it comes back and it just takes over. And so I have two cameras hooked up that won't recognize the second camera, and they were working that yesterday.
So this is why I wish I could get this camera to zoom. I want to find some kind of web camera or some camera to use for this stuff that will zoom.
You can zoom with Logitech.
This is at 920 or whatever.
I have the 920 and the 922.
Well, how do you zoom?
If you go into capture, you can zoom the camera in and out.
Capture,
but I'm getting grief from it. I have two cameras hooked up, but it does not see the second camera right now.
Well, what is capture? How do I get into that?
It's a program that's put out by Logitech called Logitech Capture.
That's something I have to do, not through StreamYard.
Well, you can access it through StreamYard, but I'm having a glitch between StreamYard and Edge. They don't work together. Because I have both cameras hooked up, a 922 HD Pro and a 920 HD Pro. But if I go on the Logitech by himself, they work great. But it's just that this stupid Edge is causing major grief. So we got to, yeah, computers.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to look into that then because I'd love to be able to zoom in and out on stuff.
Oh yeah, it's a good program. Just sometimes, at least on my computer anyhow, I'm not sure others. Like Ray doesn't have any problem with his computer at all, but I have problem with my Dell laptop.
Yeah, this is a C922 Pro Stream webcam.
That's what I got. Right now, what am I using here? I am using the 922.
And you say you can definitely zoom, right?
Yep. If you go to Logitech.
Because like, I want to show you guys what I'm doing down there, but it's like so far away.
Yes.
On the camera, and it's like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know why it doesn't see it. Let's try it.
You can see my old vacuum. I usually have to vacuum up the layout. I just use the hose. The hose attachment works good, but the brush doesn't work that good. You know, so we bought a new vacuum, and I took the old one for this. It's messy. Layout's messy. But that's why I wasn't on last week. Sorry, last Thursday, guys. Sorry about that. I had.
Let's try something here.
All right, John's recall.
Oh, here we are. Here's the 9. Okay, I changed the plug around. So there's the 920, Dave.
Hang
So, so the view is my desktop.
on a minute. Let me get back to this other view.
Yeah. So that's a 920. And
Okay,
this
so
one
you see where you go.
here, if it works,
I don't see anything, man.
hang on.
Come on, James, you're not in the picture. What the heck?
Here I am. I'm back.
You gotta warn a guy, man.
What's that?
You gotta warn a guy.
Yeah.
You can't just pop in like that.
And I lost you anyhow.
So that's what camera are you using now?
This one here is a 922. The other one was a 920.
All right. Well, you said it can zoom.
If you go into Logitech Capture,
By the time we get off the stream, I'll figure
it's a software. Because of the conflict that I'm getting, I have not been able to experiment with it in that detail. Now I think Ray and Rick Bailey, they use OBS, which is apparently a bit better program.
Yeah. I don't know what I use.
Um,
You just say, I think it's an HP or a Dell computer. I don't know what the
Mine's a Dell, but
I don't know what the system itself is. It's
uh,
Microsoft.
yeah.
Microsoft
Well,
something or another.
this one here likes the Dell Microsoft Edge, and somehow I'm gonna get rid of it.
Oh, there we are. Oh, there you
There he is.
go. Hey, man.
There's Jason.
Sorry about that.
What's up, everyone?
Hey, Jason.
What are you doing home? You working today? Or is
Hey,
that your
that's-
office?
Hey, this is the perks of having a government job. You get off
Oh,
on
very
holidays.
Yeah,
That's right.
I got a government job. I don't work.
The pension don't count, James.
What's that?
The pension doesn't count, James.
Oh, I know. Well, the money is not the great though. I ran out of that stuff.
Hey, Rick, I didn't go through a basement wall, but when I had, before I put this new floor down, I had, there's that support pole in the middle of the basement, and it had the concrete was all humped around it. So I had to rent a jackhammer. Well, first I tried to use like a cutting blade to cut it, and then you break it open with a sledgehammer, and it just wasn't having it. That basement was just covered in dust. I couldn't believe the dust. I'm still trying to get dust off the stuff. So I ended up having to rent like a jackhammer from Home Depot. And
Oh, that's beautiful.
yeah, that's good, right? That's got to be probably my favorite locomotive I have.
Which
And
one's
actually, I
that?
like it's the veterans unit,
Oh,
the CSX. And then I think out of those three, my next favorite's the police unit. I got it with the red and blue lights, the bitch lights. I know it's not prototypical, but I just thought it was different, so I got it like that.
I want to say it might be Norfolk Southern. Which one is it that has the police, what they call the police unit, first responders? Or not
Well,
first responders, but law enforcement one.
oh, I saw
CSX,
the fire one. That was by Scale Trains made that one, I think.
Yeah,
Yep.
CSX made the first responders, which is the fire department, and then the law enforcement as well.
But
CSX.
Okay, so they did make the law enforcement. So
Now,
from my understanding, the actual prototype on the law enforcement actually has red and blue ditch lights.
I know they did in the reveal, like the initial reveal of it, but I don't know if they're allowed to have red and blue disc lights or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that could be. They might have had colored lenses on it to begin with, and they took it off. So,
but Scale Trains offered it either way. You could get it with those lenses or with just clear lenses. So I thought just to be different, I would go with the, what do you call it? The colored lenses. That was cool.
yeah. So you had a question.
This is a custom.
What?
Oh,
What
the
are you doing over
built.
there? Hang on.
Ooh, yeah. And Anthony, I know how you feel on that one, buddy.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I mean, everything's in the box flat. You know what I mean? The foundation's
Well, I
usually
mean,
in the bottom of the box.
it was the same with the propane tanks I tried to build. It's like I could get one side of them glued, but when I tried to glue the other side, the glue wouldn't hold. Oh, that's nice.
That is a custom GP38 that I had done.
Very nice.
That's
Very nice.
That used to be in Illinois and Central. Now it's Central Maine and Quebec.
That's crazy how the horn is all the way to the back.
Yes. Well, we went by we found this locomotive is actually in operation. We found pictures of it and we tried to duplicate it the best that we can.
They did a nice job. I like that scheme. Is that a black?
Oh, yeah.
Is that black
That's
or is that
black.
dark gray?
Yeah. That's black on the
Black?
top, gray on the side.
Oh, okay, it is gray on the side.
Yeah.
The top is
Yeah.
black. Gray. Oh yeah. Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, that's
It's a
beautiful.
little bit different than my blue, but that's kind of. I like that.
Well, this train is owned by CP Rail. I don't know if you remember about 4 or 5 years ago, they had a major train crash in Quebec. And the railway in question was this railway, and CP bought them out after the fire. It was a lot of people died, and the whole town was almost destroyed because there was oil involved with the tankers. It was a major mess. So so you only have the one, but that's a GP38. It's actually on the high, because CP bought the line so they can access the eastern seaboard of the U.S. That's an expensive custom job, I tell you. But yeah, it's an Actor and Genesis too.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Genesis.
No.
Because that comes, if you get the sound unit, that comes with my favorite soundtrack, Tsunami 2.
Yeah.
So,
Well, my buddy up here does not like that sound because he doesn't have the software or the equipment to program it. So he prefers to use lock sound.
I just use my throttle, program it on the main, and be done with it.
Yeah, well, I don't put him in, so I had to. And you're too far away to come see you. Probably about, I don't know, 8-hour flight. I don't know. You're down in Arkansas.
Well, you probably, I don't know if there's a direct flight out of Little Rock, which I'm only 30 minutes out. You know, I'm 30 minutes from the airport in Little Rock.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know if there is I don't think there's a direct flight into Canada. I know there is a direct flight to DC.
Yeah.
And that might be the closest place, but everywhere else you would probably have to do a layover, like at either Atlanta, North Charlotte, DFW, Denver.
It'd be cheaper to mail it to you.
Oh, absolutely.
But I need to take my computer to somebody who can help me. I'm having conflict because it likes to use the Edge browser, and I don't want it, and it conflicts with StreamYard and cameras.
Have you tried downloading either Mozilla Firefox or Google Chrome?
I have Google Chrome on the desktop. On the laptop, I've actually gone into the browser and made it my default browser, but somehow Microsoft Edge tried to take over.
Try uninstalling Edge.
I like to remove it.
Yeah, I would definitely uninstall it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it to a computer store who knows more than me. So I'm not a computer expert.
Well, get with me later, because you know that's what I do for a living. That's actually my primary income is I'm a network admin. So
okay, so maybe you can access my computer remotely then.
Well, I can walk you through it. We could set up a private StreamYard or something, and I
Okay.
can walk you through it, and we'll do it that way.
Because we were working with our StreamYard project the other day, and every so often I would lose. Like this morning, I had 2 cameras hooked up, and I couldn't access the one because it just corrupted up. I actually had to remove the ports
Hmm.
to get them to work again, but they're working yesterday. So yeah, I need to get rid of Edge completely and dedicate to Chrome.
Yeah, Chrome. That's what I use as Chrome.
Yeah, well, that's the best one, I think.
So, Artie, I got a question for you, dude. NCE
No,
Mini.
nothing.
Now that's BS.
I was getting ready to ask about it.
Yeah. So how does that NCE mini panel work? Because everybody else I've talked to that's used it has not had great successes with it.
What's a mini panel?
I know that.
It goes on the cab bus
I'm not
on the
using it.
You're not using it?
You're not using it?
Have you spoken to Rick about it? The tree man?
Yeah, the last time I talked to Rick, he wasn't having many successes with it either.
I only have the Pro Cap.
What are you trying to do with it, Jason?
I'm not trying to do anything with it. It's Dave up above,
Yeah.
that guy, that's
Yeah.
trying to do something with it.
Yeah, I was talking to Jason
with
last
the,
night. He was
what are
like,
you
maybe
trying to
talk to
do?
you about it. Well,
Hey, I'm no expert. I'm not only from.
No, I mean, can I hook turnouts into that?
Yeah.
Quarters.
No.
See, I was looking on the documentation, and it says you could hook a switch to it, but it never said anything about a switch 8.
Okay, no. Well, the switch 8 works off your bus. The mini panel will read the switch 8. If that makes sense. You got the mini panel is basically just like a throttle.
Right.
Similar, right? But it has got the screen on it. So you can actually have the mini panel talk to your switch 8 to say you want a series of switches or to be turned simultaneously. You do program all your macros, because you're limited to how many macros you can actually put into this.
Okay.
Right? So with the mini panel, you can actually add more macros to do a series of, say you've got a ladder in the yard, you can actually have simultaneous turnouts turn out at the same time. It's actually sending out a command down the bus to your switch 8 or a switch it or whatever other accessory you have down the line.
So what you're saying is the mini panel. Well, let me ask you this: does the mini panel allow, like JMRI to read the aspect of how the tortoise is thrown?
Yes.
So, like, soon as you boot up the layout, like if you got block detection with the AIU01, which I currently do now.
Yeah.
It will tell JMRI that, hey, this block is occupied because it's on the cab bus side and not the track bus.
Yeah.
Where if you've got the switch or the switch 8 just on the DCC bus, it can't tell JMRI what the current aspect is. You have to go into JMRI and then say, hey, I need you to throw. And then if it's not thrown, it will throw it.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So that's why I'm asking. So how do you hook the switch 8 MK2 to the mini panel? Do you take where, you got your DC or DCC feed? Does that plug into the mini panel?
No. Your mini panel.
Mini panel looks like it just connects to the cab bus. Doesn't
Yeah,
any power to it.
Yeah, well, the mini panel connects to the cab bus. That I know. It's just like the AIU01. It's got your in and your out. But what I'm asking is how do you connect the switch 8 to the mini panel.
Okay, what you got to do is you got to make a separate panel with button switches on it. Like, I'm going to move my computer for a minute. Like this one here.
Right.
That's my little panel, right? All of these buttons here, right, go to my mini panel. Now, why aren't you working?
Okay, and then the switch 8 is just connected to the DCC side.
Yeah, the switch 8's connected to the DCC side. Now, when I press a button, right, that sends a command into the mini panel. So, right, I pressed, so this button here is for my 3-way point. But it's going to set the track to go straight out. Press that. And I've got 3 turnouts turn out and turn at the same time.
Right.
So it's going into the, it's telling mini panel, look, this is a command I want you to change switch 1, switch 2, switch 3, which is on my switch 8. So
no, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, so the mini panel talks to the switch 8, right? So right, this needs to be turned. 1, 2, and 3 needs to be turned.
Okay. So then I go back to my question is, as soon as you turn your system on, JMRI still doesn't know which way your turnouts are thrown.
That's right.
Until you throw something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't got too far advanced with that either yet. I'm finding the same problem. But with your system, without having a JMRI, whatever your last command was on your layout, or the last button that you push, that's the memory that he stays in. If that makes sense. It doesn't have a default or whatnot. Whatever your last input was, that's how it stays.
Okay.
So all my buttons here is an import.
Gotcha.
Like I have this one going into point 1 on my mini panel, and that sends us command into point 1, and I've got, I think, 4 or 5 macros. That there's a macro there. It's got 4 or 5 steps in it, and it changes it. I still haven't got advanced to my signal yet or my block detection on it yet. I'm working on that one. I'm still learning. Apparently you can do it with the mini panel.
Okay. Well, see, and that's why, like, I was talking with the owner of RR Circuits the other day, and because I was asking them about just the signal decoders, the SHD2s, and they were telling me about their system. It's their LCC system.
Right.
And it's very intriguing. So I'm actually looking at abandoning the NCE switch 8s, AIUL1 block detection, that route, and going with the LCC.
Well, see, I've already invested too much into the NCE as it is now. Yeah.
Well, and see, my thing is, you know, I'm just starting on this layout. Yeah. I've only got one wall built, or just one level on one wall built. I'm not including staging. I mean, the only thing I have on staging is 4 BD20s, and that's it.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm looking at if this is something that I'm really wanting to go to, because the way LCC works is a 2-way communication.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's so even if you know, I would still use NCE to run the trains.
Yeah.
You know, but if, you know, as soon as I turn on, you know, the RR Circuits LCC system, it tells JMI how every single turnout is thrown. You know, block detection. It does all the signaling. It's got built-in CTC with it, and even PTC if you wanted to go that direction for you modern people. So it is a little costly to get started per se, But I just like the fact that it's a two-way communication, because the only thing that I do not agree with NCE, the way they do things, is everything is read on the cab bus side, and then everything is sent on the DCC side.
I've actually discovered another issue with them too. Especially with my wiring and everything else. Like some of the wiring that they have done and created over there is back to front compared to what we do over here.
Yeah.
If you understand what I'm saying.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Yeah, but then again, they don't give you too much of an option. With the lighting, they don't give us too many options. Where if your anode and your cathodes, and then also with these signals that I've got, and they're not cheap ones. I see you the instructions for it. These ones here, right?
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
It is nice. They're handmade ones. They're Australian signals. I think he does do the American, similar to American type. I mean, there's another one with a core. The core is what we will repeat. That's what we use for switching. But
we actually use something similar to that. It looks like a 3/1, and so the bottom light would be yellow.
Yes.
And it's called an absolute if that's on there. So that means if you have a yellow with a yellow underneath, then that tells you, hey, your next signal, you're going to stop no matter what.
Yeah, the way this one works here is different. That yellow light, you only get it at yards where you've got to do switching.
Okay.
As a driver, you can pass that signal to your yard limit.
And so restricting.
It's restricting. But you only get that in yards.
So if it's a restricting, then we would either have a flashing red, or it would be a lunar, which is that bluish white color. That a lot of railroads didn't use that. SP was a big one that did. So when I have my signals built, I'm going to have, instead of the yellow, I'm going to have the lunar put into it.
We had this system from mid-60s, and in some places I still have it to this day, but commonly this was around till the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, your top block signaling works the same as what you do over there, like red, yellow, and green. You know, you still got that. And when you've got shorter blocks, we've got double heads, and they work in secrets. I think I sent you the link to how they work, but that's too complicated. But where I'm getting a problem with this, with the NCE unit, let's just say, take my 3 lights, right? It's hard to see. These 3 lights, red, yellow, and green. They're bipolar, right? Which means if I hook it up now to the NCE unit, I'll have the red and the green going. And I need to switch the polarity on it to get the yellow, or the green, just the green, or just the red.
Yeah, it's very similar to this.
Right? The NCE won't allow us to do it. Now, there was a guy when I was looking into the signaling, he's actually using the new Atlas signaling system, not the old one, the updated version. And it will accept these signals. It's actually got more options of different types of signals you can use. So when I start expanding, I'm going to be using it instead of the NCE signaling system. I'm only using it lighting now to get me by, but I mean, these are not cheap. These are, well, that's $26 for that.
Yeah. I think this one here, and this one's actually going to go to Dave. This is what they call a double head, but it's a 3 light.
Yeah.
I know the light's kind of got a glare on it, but I want to say this one's 45, and that is wired up LED, and that was a BLMA before they went out. I mean, the detail.
Atlas is doing that now.
Yeah, but Atlas is not putting in the detail like BLMA did. So, but they're charging the exact same price.
Of course.
Like I don't know if the camera will be able to pick it up. Like, look at the steps. This,
Yeah.
see how detailed the walking platform is? It looks like actually graded metal.
Yeah.
You know, Atlas. I got an Atlas switch. It don't have that.
See, when you get here, when we get up in the Sydney network with the freight trains and passenger trains when they entwine, but mainly the passenger trains.
Yeah.
Only time we have the 3/3 is up in the city, but that's
Right.
for your switching.
Okay.
The top yellow is only going to be indicating that you're turning off, but usually we only have red and green, and then we have green, yellow, and red, and then that keeps sequences itself out.
Right.
Right, and you get red over green, then it goes green over yellow and green over green. So it gives you an extra 2 blocks.
See, here's one of the singles.
Yeah, they're beautiful the single.
Oh yeah,
They're still very nice.
and they're bright too. Like, let me tell you, that yellow LED is killer.
Yeah, this guy here is using the same system. Yeah.
Now, if you get in it, I've got one of the Atlas ones. I'll pull it out, let you see how cheap plastic it looks. I mean, the Atlas ones they don't look good.
They look good from the distance.
Yeah, from a distance, they don't look too terrible. But up front, they look pretty horrible. All right, here it is. Just got to pull it up. I've never even used this one, so this one's actually brand new. I ended up buying it, thinking I was going to use it, and then since I started building this layout, I found out, oh, that's not prototypical to my railroad. So, but yeah, here we go. So this is what they call the G style.
Yeah,
that's where your LEDs are.
Or not?
Yeah.
Is that your style or not?
But yeah, look at the platform steps.
Yeah.
They went with graded metal, but it's just like straight across. It's like nothing like this one. Oh, no. I got to get the glare out of it. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, this one just looks so much better. And then, of course, they got the big wire off to the side right here. Where
It'll be on their way though.
You know, the BLMA ones, they run through that piping.
Yeah.
This one don't.
Yeah, that's crap. Sorry.
We got them they're coming from Zitnik Hobbies in Florida. So.
Yep. Exact same price though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exact same price. And then the other thing is these here, you drill your hole big enough for this bottom piece to fit in, and it'll hold in.
Yeah.
The Atlas ones, this is what your base looks like. So you got to get track nails and nail it down.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah, well, I don't like it either.
At least you got something. I've got these cheap ones they just came in from China as a quick replacement to run with the lighters.
Well, and these say they're made in China at the bottom of it.
Well, the other ones were probably made in China too.
Well, I'm sure. It's like I said, BLMA, when they made them before they went out of business, the tooling was so much better. Oh, there it is.
Actually, this almost looks like the Atlas one too. I don't know who makes these ones, but these ones are pretty bright too. I mean, I paid what was it, $16 Australian for a pack of 3 of these.
Yeah.
Right, and that's just to get me by because I want to get some signals up. But you have a look at the end of it. They're not too bad for the price of them. Okay, it's all plastic, but it's not too bad.
Yeah. Like you said, from a distance, you're not going to really notice that much.
That's
Anyways.
right. You know, and I've got these so, you know, while I'm recovering, whatnot, like an experiment
All right, Wilmer.
with my signaling and whatnot. And yeah, I've got, only thing I don't like about it is the wire is very, very thin.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I don't like. And what I'd done was, so I can connect it, I actually put
Thicker wires on it.
wires on the end of it. And what I've actually done with my lighters, you know, you're supposed to solder, you know, they say solder the wire. I put these little connectors on it, the females. You can get them anywhere in any electronic shop. And I'll come down to 4, right?
That's that lighted thing?
Yeah, that's a lighter. Instead of putting the wire in it, I'll put this black plug there where the signals and the lights get plugged into. And what I've discovered, if you solder the tip I'm using with the wire that I've got, now let me try to get it, my fingers aren't working. It will slide in and hold in place.
That's nice.
And if your solder's not too thick but thick enough, it won't fall out. That's how my signals are working at the moment underneath.
Okay. So that's the NCE light it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get this in strips. I don't know where my big long strips is gone. But these black things here, you can get them in a strip. That's only a small one. But you get the strips up to about yay long. And you cut up into 4 bits. So I'm going on with that. Just in case if one burns out or whatnot, it's going to be a lot easier to unplug and replace the unit that's failed.
Gotcha.
So,
hey, Dave. Dave, I'm going to step away real quick, and I'm going to go and see if I can't grab those SHD2s to show Artie. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Oh, I found something while I was looking for something else, Dave.
What's that?
Point turnouts. Your Pico ones that will slip on your point motor on the hill.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I was looking at those.
They're coming. And I've also got here somewhere, I'm doing a clean up tomorrow, this weekend. I've got a NC Snap It decoder for it too, and capacitors, in case you need them. Hey, Jerry.
What
So I put that.
What is it? What is that used for?
What's this for?
No, the
Snap It is a different decoder for these, because these are coiled ones.
So I need that for those.
Yeah, you'll need a Snap It. So I've got a Snap It here, and because I'm not using them anymore, I just throw it in the box.
All
right, I'm back.
Yeah. So Yeah, I'm not going to use it. You can use this on your land because you want to put it up on that rise and not put the torch motor underneath it.
Right. Yeah, I don't want to. I just think it's gonna be better if I don't have anything hanging down.
Yeah.
It'd be easier for me to do it.
And-
I think.
Well, I'm not going to pull it out, but you'll see they will actually screw in and slide in into your turnout. Yeah.
Well, that's good. That'll make it easier then. Hopefully easier.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I think I might be able, I think I've got a hand. Oh, here you go. Oh, it's only one. One, two. Right, we've only got one here. Have a look through it. And there's a snapper to go with it.
Oh,
I should have got the paperwork for it, but you can get the back and you've got the capacitors there for it as well. I should have another one somewhere. Because you'll need, how many do you need? Do you need one or two?
well, I have two turnouts now. I guess I can wire those together to operate together.
If you got them as a crossover, you can.
Yeah.
It's I guess it's a crossover. It's not really. It's the passing siding on my climb, so it's a really long crossover. You know, because when I'm on the main, I want the switches to be one way, but if I want to come in or out, I guess I don't have to go together, though, huh?
I think I should have another one of these somewhere. I'll dig it up. Okay. And
Either way, I'll need two of the switch motors for sure.
well, there's two in the pack here.
Oh, okay.
There's two in this pack here.
You're not using those?
No. There's a two, one. Oh no, it's only one. I should have another one around somewhere. I know I've got another one. Okay, so
Okay, cool.
I'm doing a big clean up now that the wiring is, apart from the building wiring, is complete. I've got to do a clean up, rearrange the room a little bit. So I know I've got it. Well, I know I've got it here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good that I got the camera facing the right way because you don't want to see the mess I've got here at the moment.
Yeah.
And I got I was trying to get some old lights, but I got these ones too in the pack.
Well, these are
These were $18 for 5.
now, who's those made by?
From that, I think I sent you that link to that Chinese from those guys in
We
China.
Honest or whatever it's called. Yeah, I
Yeah,
bought
but
stuff from them.
Pardon?
I bought stuff from them. It's pretty good.
Yeah. And it's real good. And I even got the lights now working of the power distribution. I've actually got it hooked up to the bus.
Yeah, I'll be right behind you. I got a bunch of leaves to rake and patio furniture to pack up and everything.
Oh, that's right, getting ready for winter.
Yeah, sucks. It's always sad because like you spend all this time getting your patio and everything all together and ready for summer. And the summer flies by, and next thing you know, you're tarping everything and packing things away, and sucks.
Oh.
And
Well, at
it's
the
supposed to
moment,
rain it's supposed to start raining this afternoon and possibly some snow flurries this weekend.
well, I'm sending the rain over to you. We've had enough here.
I don't like rain to deal with.
Well, tomorrow's going to be worse. I went up to Sydney on Tuesday. I went up to the Anzac factory and get a few more bits and pieces. The one thing I needed to do was get a switch it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had a boo-boo with one of them on the news section when I looked
really?
it all up. Yeah, well, one of my live wires dropped on the switch it and shorted it out, didn't it?
Oh man.
So I had to go up to Sydney because there's only one NCE dealer who's up in Sydney. So I quickly shot up there and got that and a couple other little components and the backdrop. Actually, I got the backdrop from Sheila Hobbies. That's behind me. You can see the backdrop in the background there.
Yeah. Where'd you say you got that? Is that something you made or you bought that?
I bought that.
It looks good. I need to start researching where I want to do backdrops. I think I might go with that guy Jason uses.
Yeah, I'm not too. Only thing I don't like about it, one, they had the rolled out with the picture facing out, not like the way it was with Jason's. So when I ended up putting it up, I had a hard time. And over my shoulder there in the corner, even though I was stuck it keeps lifting off and bubbling in between. So I've got to go over it a bit more again tomorrow.
Yeah, they
but
can do sure.
It's going to give me a scene anyway.
It's hard to do by yourself too. Like if you have somebody to help you, it makes it a little bit easier because then you're not accidentally sticking it to your glue, you know. And I may go with the vinyl stuff this time. I know it's more expensive, but at least you can.
Well, that's what that one was. It cost me. It cost me $79, $80 Australian. It's actually made in Australia.
Yeah. What'd you use, Jason? What's that company? Is it?
Train Junkie.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, my good buddy William. And he also has the road system as well. So if you don't want to make your roads, he's got roads for you.
Right. Yeah. If you could throw the link up there, if you got it available, man, maybe guys would be interested. Did you go with the vinyl stuff, Jason?
Yeah, he does vinyl as well. On the roads, you'll actually peel the vinyl and stick it to like your masonite. Yeah. He prefers masonite because it's got that very, very smooth surface. You know, he said don't put it straight to plywood because the grain will mess it up. But as far as like the backdrop and stuff, whether you go the vinyl or the paper route, you can just use a double-sided Scotch tape. He said don't get like the super duper double-sided 3M, but you know, just the regular Scotch tape. I've got some here somewhere, and that's what I used. And I have maybe just a little bit of bubbling, and it could be where I didn't put it on good. But you know, it's putting these photo backdrops on by yourself. It's tedious. It is tough.
Yeah. Especially if you do it after you have scenery and stuff up, man.
And
before that.
That is one of the things is you need to do it before you do any scenery. That needs to be the very first part of your scenery. And the reason being is it is much easier to blend your scenery to your backdrop than it is to blend your backdrop to your scenery.
Right.
Well, I haven't been too bad. I've been quite lucky with the colors so far.
Yeah. So Anthony, will it stick to painted masonite? The previous layout where I actually painted the masonite on my previous layout, and yes, it did stick to it.
See, I got plywood. I got 7mm ply, and I painted over it. Now, over this side, it stuck on pretty well. But on that side, near the end of it, this is where I'm having all the problems. But I'm going to do it differently next time. It's only temporary there for the time being. I'm not going to have it permanently because it's going to be a different photo. Whether I'm going to reuse that or not, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to be doing it differently next time. I'm going to actually have the backdrop up first before I do like what you're saying, you know, do it first and then do the scenery. But I was lucky I already had my colours
Wilmer, see if that link works.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
it.
lucky, yeah, I was lucky. I already been working within those colours, Jason.
Hold on just a second, buddy.
Okay.
I just had someone message me. Okay, sorry. Do what, Artie?
Yeah. See, I was lucky. I was actually working within the colours.
Yeah. I mean, that looks good.
Now that one there, that's a cheap Pico backdrop.
Okay.
That's a new range. I think it's a Brew or whatnot. Very delicate paper. That's just plain paper. But if you see how because I've done my scenery first, and then added this. Okay, I've got a bit of blue underneath, but I still can finish that off.
Yeah.
But it blended in pretty well.
So, so one of the cool thing about Train Junkie is he will do a custom backdrop for you. And like I said, he is a good friend of mine. So if you do choose to go that direction through him, make sure you let him know that I sent you his direction.
Yeah.
But other than that, you know, for those who, you know, I'm pretty sure all of y'all in the chat follow my channel. Like the city scene, you know, that I've worked on, he actually, you know, put and made it look like it extended into the backdrop.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
pretty
so when I show you like a video, I literally only have 2 buildings in front of that backdrop, but he added 2 more buildings, so it looks like there's 4 buildings in a row and then a road that goes, you know, opposite. So it kind of creates that illusion, you know, of depth and perception.
Yeah.
yeah.
See, I like what
Isn't
he's
that what we're
done
doing
with
with this
yours.
anyways?
Do what?
Isn't that what we're doing with this whole model railroad anyways, is perception?
Yeah.
Because obviously
Kind
you can't
of.
model 100 miles of railroad. You gotta condense it down, you know. So
Right.
it's all
Just see, with me, let me see if I can get the camera there. Let me swap over the other camera. No, that's not it.
What are you doing that for, Anthony?
So Anthony, with mine, like I said, I use the double-sided Scotch tape. You can get it at the craft section at Walmart. And like I said, it's not the heavy duty, you know, if you put it on, it will never come off type thing. And what I would suggest is, you know, just put in Masonite, so that way you can pull it off. And if you, and I would go the vinyl route, because the vinyl, it's more of a plastic backing. It is a little more expensive, but if you go that direction, then when you peel it off, you can peel the tape off and not damage your backdrop. So
Yeah,
that would be my suggestion. And then if you are wanting to go photo backdrop and your layout's in a garage where, you know, it's not climate controlled, definitely go vinyl. So that way things such as humidity does not affect it.
You see, what this is here, I need a false perception here where I got my crossing. And I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing at.
Yeah.
What did you do there?
But I needed to do something there like what's on your town scene, where I basically got the buildings going across, and it indicates as if there's a road going acrossways. Because at the moment the road just goes straight into the field.
Let's see. I don't know if this camera here is charged up or not. If it is, I'll show it to you real quick.
Yeah, because the way yours was done, I actually quite liked it. He's done it really well. But what I'm going to try to do is, if I get the opportunity, is
Oh, I see. Oh, hey, Randall.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go down to a town south of me and get some photographs and just try to get it printed out and give that false
And that's something I'm
perspective.
debating with too. Like, you know, Jim, I don't know if you guys watched Jim Tedesco or not. He just bought that new printer. It was, I don't know, it was a couple $100, maybe a little more, but it has ink for like ever practically, and he's printed a lot of his own stuff now, his own
Yeah.
backdrops and stuff. So I thought about going that route, but you're kind of limited almost to the size paper you could use. I don't know if you could put like a 11 by 14 piece of paper in a regular printer.
It depends on the printer.
Yeah.
Some of them you can. And it wouldn't be an 11 by 14. It would be an 11 by 17, and that's considered your ledger. Now they do make 8.5 by 11, or not 8.5 by 11, 8.5 by 14, and that's your legal.
Yeah.
But typically, if you're doing HO, your backdrop, the size that Train Junkie does is 18 inches high.
Yeah.
So he actually does it on roll paper. So if you wanted literally 200 feet of backdrop, he could do it for you.
Right. Yeah, it's just it too. It'd be nice to have. It'd be hard to. I think it'd be kind of hard to not have problems putting it up. Something that long. Would it be nice to not have a bunch of seams in it too? You know, one continuous long.
Right.
Well, this backdrop of mine, I actually cut down. It's actually 8 foot long.
8
one
feet.
Yeah, the
That's
one
the
that's
one I had last time was, I think it was 8 feet. It was on that heavy paper. I got that from Model Railroad backdrops or something like that. It was decent. I liked it. But I was talking at that time. I was talking with Train Junkie, and he was trying to work something out to fit that area because I was trying to fit the backdrop in later to make it fit the area, and I don't know. I just couldn't decide on what I wanted to go with, and nothing was looking right to me. And he worked with me though, but it was more me than him. Just that I didn't know what I really wanted in the one area.
Yeah, that is definitely something you definitely want to know what you want to work with, before contacting him. And he, like I said, if there is something that you want and it's not on his website, that does not mean that he cannot get it.
Yeah.
Because like the rice fields on my backdrop, I actually went and took the pictures myself.
Right.
So, so if you see something, that you want on your layout and it's got a lot of depth, he'll actually tell you, if you have a really good camera, how to take those pictures.
Yeah.
So that way.
So I'm gonna have him. Probably gonna have him do the backdrops at some point, sooner than later. I really want him to do something nice here with this river scene. Which I'm debating on. Do I put the backdrop in before I pour the river and all that stuff, or because I want the river to go into the backdrop or something?
You need you need to do the backdrop before you do your river.
Yeah.
And then I'm not sure what I want to do on the sides of the river though. I don't know, like what scenery is it? Just going to be trees, forest? Is it going to be fields? I'm not even sure yet what I want to do. It's kind of middle of Ohio.
So my suggestion, Dave, would be for that river.
Yeah.
If you've got like a pedestrian bridge that you can go somewhere that you could take pictures and not have anything in the way, like power lines or another bridge.
Yeah.
I would stand on the middle of a bridge and take pictures of a river, because that's what's going to go behind your track, and he can make it fit your space. You'll have to get him measurements of how wide that is,
right?
And he can
I
get
don't
you
think
the
I want
measurement.
the river to be the whole width. It's not going to be one whole big river. It's going to be a big river, but not the whole span. I mean, I have to measure. I don't remember how big that is.
If that's like say 20, if that's like 24 inches, then maybe you only want 18 to 20 inches. River.
Yeah.
And all you can do is tell him that. And he'll make it happen.
See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a photograph done and just put it up in this area here to get a false perspective of the road going that way.
Mm-hmm.
With some old buildings, and then over here I'm just going to put what
You
do
put
call
like
it?
buildings or trees too along there to be like a view block of that picture too. Like
I'll probably just
like
put
the
a bit
edges
of
of it.
fencing and a bit of something that looks like a back of the house or something. Because a lot of our houses here were very close to the railway lines in a lot of country towns and that, so I can actually get away with it. Because I'm pretty much doing that more close to an Australian thing than anything else, than an American thing.
Yeah.
Whether I'm going to get it done in time, I don't think so, but in course I'll do something. Yeah, nothing's impossible. But the scene that I've got here, because I want to get a photograph of the lake where I am out here. And this backdrop here that I've got on the steam yard, the edge of facilities, is very close to it. But I'd like to get rid of that hill there, because that will be the actual lake and the township. Well, those islands will be way, way, way down. I mean, it's what, 10 miles away
Yeah.
from here.
Uh-huh.
So, but I mean, that's pretty close. It actually don't look too bad. Sounds like it's meant to be there, and then where I've got that bit of the blue line or whatnot, I can fix that up with a bit of scenery and blend it in. Yeah, I was just lucky I picked the right colours and I started off doing that scene.
Oh, hey, Billy Barrow. Let's see.
So, so Dave messaged me privately about the discount. I'm working on William on that. So I haven't got it. I haven't got the deal set yet. I'm trying to work on him becoming a sponsor to my channel.
Nice.
I don't know what his thoughts are on it because I mean, this is he does, this is what he does for a living.
Mm-hmm.
So it just depends on how much business he has, if he can afford, to do that or not,
Yeah.
like, I've only talked to him a few times, but I'm hoping that maybe when I get ready to do the next wall, I'm going to talk to him about doing it. He's given me discounts, because I've been, pushing it out, but that's definitely something I want to do, is try to get him as a channel sponsor and, allow y'all a discount as well.
That's
So,
really got
Yeah,
his
well, I
own
mean,
channel.
but the thing is, if anybody uses them, at least mention your name. This way, he sees the traffic he's getting through Jason, so it might help you get the sponsorship and possibly a discount down the road. Plus, he does
yeah,
good work. I mean,
yeah, it's just one of
those.
those things. Like, I got to build that relationship first,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a friend of yours too, and we're friends of yours, and he's a friend of yours. So, friend of yours is
Right.
a friend of mine, kind of thing. The way I
Yeah.
see it, I don't know.
Well, I'm going to just see what happens with me next year. I mean, whether I'll continue expanding or whether I'll pull it down and save the components to go over there. I don't know. I'll just have to wait and see. I know more in May when I get over.
Yeah.
So when are you coming to the States?
I'm coming over there definitely in May.
Okay.
Is anything that set up yet on the whole Steamtown? Not Steamtown. Strasbourg.
Strasbourg.
20th to the
Are guys already
22nd.
like booking hotels and things like that?
Yeah, it's. I know it's later in the month. I think Artie's right. It's like around the 20th, 22nd, somewhere in that area.
Yeah, it's between 20th and 22nd. Spark was saying.
I do not know. Right now, there is a possibility that me and my family might not be able to make it. My wife's job right now is on the line, so it's one of those type of things. if y'all know where I'm coming about. So
Yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah.
get too deep into that. But that's
Right,
just,
sure.
it's just one of those things. So if I don't make it, you know why. I'm letting you know up front why. But I've been saving my vacation up for it to go. So
Yeah.
okay, so
I
yeah,
would
Joe,
like
that's
to,
right.
I'd like to make-
20 through the 22nd.
Yeah. Well, I can't book nothing until I can't book no accommodation until I get my passport. New passport coming around, so I just got to wait for it before I can book anything. But
Well, and see, for me, I was going to book a campsite at an RV park because
yeah, well,
we take our RV with us,
Yeah, that's smart.
but for me, it's 16 to an 18-hour drive, just depending on traffic in the big cities. So for me, it's going to take 2 days to get there, 2 days to get back, and then if we're there for 3 days, that's already a full week, right there.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just hoping I can actually.
Yeah,
I
just
just
drive
have
one
to-
day. Don't be such a pussy.
Well, 2 hours. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I
Joe.
suppose it would take me. I suppose it would take me about an hour and a half from Spartanburg to Strasbourg if I can fly myself. But
Yeah, I mean,
that depends
fly.
on other. Well, yeah, I've got to get this hand operation done and then sit to medical resettle me, get me police license back up again, and I'll be able to fly around. It's a lot cheaper than getting in the car. So yeah. You see more of the country a lot quicker. You don't have to sit down and drive for 8, 9 hours, or you can 2 or 3 hours. You're there at the destination where you want to go. I'll see what happens.
I'd like to go. We'll see what happens. Like you said, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's just where I'm at. Like, it's in the plans, but depending on what happens the next couple of months will make or break it. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you got to do what's right for your family first, and you
Yeah.
can't be.
Right.
You got to see what's going on there. Oh my God!
Yeah,
no, just think if Artie comes to Strasbourg.
Right.
Yeah.
Holy man.
Yeah, thanks, Scott. I mean, don't worry, I'm a hillbilly redneck Aussie coming over there stirring up a bit of dust.
That'd be fun. You going, huh, Billy? You planning on going? I can never remember your name.
Scott.
Scott.
Sorry if I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many people to keep up with. Like, there's still some people's channels that I have not put a name to yet.
Channel all the time. I can't seem to remember their names. Hey, Jerry's in there. I see Jerry shot around.
Scott, we probably already passed out crossed paths that many times that we didn't even know each other now.
Yeah.
Because I'm through that neck of the woods all the
That's why I
time.
like this. And it sucked that it got canceled last year because I was really looking forward to meeting a lot of people that. I mean, I feel like I know you guys from here.
Well, wasn't Strasbourg supposed to originally be 2020?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So this is 2 years in the making.
2 years. Yeah, you're right, 2 years. Because 2019 we went to Steamtown and that was fun. I met a lot of nice people there. And then we got canceled and we got canceled again this year. Or I think because Canada was still shut down, so like Sparky and a lot of guys couldn't even fly here. Yeah.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to going over there. I mean, I had my stepsister pass away last week, and I've got to put the little one down next week, and yeah, and things are settled down by then. I just got to get away. I've got to get back over there.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I'm curious to see where Sparky wants to go after Strasbourg.
Yeah.
He mentioned Cheyenne, Wyoming one time,
Well, that'd be nice.
and that's where that's where
Okay,
UP's steam fleet is located.
Oh, hell yeah. Get a ride on that.
Yeah.
Now, that would be amazing.
No, I'll be going back down south.
I guarantee I could talk the wife into that truck.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go back down south, spend a bit of time with some of my friends there, the family down there, and fly to Omaha and spend a week over there to visit a friend over there, and try to get home. Unless I defect to the United States, but I mean, yeah, who knows?
Hey, just come in through the southern border, man. You're more than welcome. We'll even pay you.
Hey, exactly.
Well, I know if you got a few,
$450,000, just like that. You got any kids you could claim that got separated from you?
I don't know.
You don't know if you have any. You just say you do. I probably got some around. I don't know about.
There might be some ladies running around over the United States. I don't know.
Well, hey Dave, you know Artie's going to have a hard time trying to cover up that accent, though.
There you go.
Oh, don't worry. I can cover up my accent. Don't you worry.
You're the best cowboy.
I'll cover up my accent. Don't you worry. I'll spend about a week down home, and then I'll come up, and the accent will start changing. But I can always throw in the European accent on too.
And see, with you being in South Carolina, you're in what's considered the South, so you got to learn how to talk slow.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for reminding me, Jason. Yeah. Yeah. You have to talk slowly.
Well, so they can understand you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's all right.
Well, guys, I got to get out there and start raking some leaves and doing some work. Hey,
Yeah, I'm going to get started on bench work.
Yeah. I'll probably hit you
Oh,
later on.
you're coming over to do my next level, are you, Jason?
Do what?
You're coming in to do the bench work for my next level?
Oh, no.
No?
No, I'm doing what's behind this sign back here.
Yeah, but this one's not as big as yours. You'll have it finished in 2 weeks. Yeah, you'll have it finished in 2 weeks. Yeah, but yeah, so I'm pretty much now just got to tidy up a bit more of the signal lightning, and I'm going to get in contact with you on the weekend, Jason, if you're free.
Okay.
Just something with JMRI. I'm going to ask you to do something for me if you could. But yeah, I'm now just finishing off my buildings, and that's it for me until it's down for 2 months.
Okay. Just to let me know. I don't know exactly what my plans are on Saturday. Just depending on what the weather's like, I might try to get down to Pine Bluff and maybe go down to the Railroad Museum down there and either do it live or do a recording of it.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, and I said on Sunday, just a private thing, just something I need from you, that's all. And I've got to get to that post office this week. We've just been having crazy rain here. Tuesday, I went over this, Creepy. Went over to his place on Tuesday. We had no rain, but ever since then, it's just been bucketing down rain. It's actually, I've got to get USS Berkeley out, clean it out, because I might have to float away in it soon. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of rain, so in thunderstorms. Yeah,
we had storms last night. I was going to have a friend come over, and we were going to get some dirt out of the yard because I have a section where it's like really, really fine, like powdery dirt.
That's what you want for your gravel road, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about using for my dirt road because that's what he used on the barn. And so he was going to come over today to do that. And Well, we had storms come through last night, so that fine powdery dirt is not fine and powdery right now. It's kind of muck.
No.
So
yeah,
I gotta wait for it to dry out, and
yeah.
it takes like 4 or 5 days for it to dry out.
If you're lucky. Like I've got the clay stuff, what I've used, and I've got some stuff there. I'm like, oh, it's still drying out. I've been crushing it or whatnot. I'm still trying to dry it out enough so I can actually send it over to you. You know,
so what he does is, and Manshed's right. You know, he's like, put it in the oven, and actually, we do put it in the oven after it's dried out. You know, and powdery, because putting it in the oven actually kills off all the bacteria that's on it, and then you have to sift it. And so, like right now, it's literally just picking up mud, and I don't want to load mud into an oven, because if you load mud into an oven, then it doesn't get powdery, it gets solid.
Yeah,
so that's the only problem about putting it in the oven right now, because it's, you know, so you have to let nature take its course, let the wind hit it, break it apart. And you know, even us, you know, my truck, you know, it's part of my driveway, so my dirt driveway, so
I need a good coffee grinder.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get it back in that powdery form before you could throw it in the oven.
Yeah,
because it's either going to bake as a powder or it's going to bake as a solid piece of, you know, dirt. So
anyway, guys, I'm going to get going. It's already 2 o'clock in the morning. It is almost breakfast time for me.
All right, guys. I'm going to go too. Jason, maybe I'll hit you up later on.
All right, sounds good.
All right, take care, Jason. Catch you, everybody else that's on the side in the chat. See you guys all later.
Yep, right, y'all take care, everyone. And Wilmer, if you're still in here, take a look at my email I sent you, if you don't mind, please. So,
all right, guys.
And then Artie's gone.
Yeah, bye, Artie. Oh, that guy kills me. Let's see. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end this. I gotta get some work done.
Yeah, me too.
Rain, and I want to get that done before it rains, because then it's harder to do stuff.
Well, just do what I do. Just blow a 3-foot perimeter and then light the whole thing on fire.
There you go. I don't think my neighbors would appreciate me lighting fires in their yards.
Listen, I got 2.5 acres. I'm not raking 2.5 acres.
I wish I did. Hey, same to you, Pappy. Happy Veterans Day.
And I've got so many trees. Like, I don't have much grass except for the area where there's no trees.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just easier for me to blow a perimeter and then just light the whole thing on fire. So, that's what I do every year. So,
yeah.
All right, everyone. I will see y'all next time. Happy Veterans Day. And thank you to those who have served in any of the branches of our military, no matter what country.
Yes,
so,
thanks, everyone.
Other than that, we'll see y'all later.
Okay. Take care, Jason.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. I'm going to head out of here. Peppy, you keep right at the end every time, buddy. But yeah, I got to get some work done. The wind's supposed to kick up, supposed to start raining and stuff. So I don't know. It's a good time to end it. But thanks for stopping in. You guys got the sneak peek. You have to watch back. Peppy, you got the sneak peek of the inaugural run all the way around the layout. So that's eventually I'm going to make an actual video and stuff with it once I get all the kinks worked out. Not literal kinks in the track, but some issues here and there. Minor issues I just got to fix. I'm overall happy with it though. So with that being said, I'm going to take off and go do more work. I'd rather just lay around and do nothing today and play with trains. Now that I got trains running around, but what are you going to do? All right. Talk to you guys later. Thanks again. Bye for now.